go.
Hello guys, Mr. Austin 1990 here. It's going to be a Leeds FIFA 18 player prediction video. Now, basically what this is a guess. Potential is in the title, you'll see that. Don't be thinking that these are the actual ratings because I don't have a clue. But what I'm doing is I'm doing my own opinions on it. Now, I do get called biased for doing this in recent years, but I've tried to be as real as possible, if that makes sense, because I know a lot of people don't like Leeds. I'm a Leeds fan, as you guys are fully aware by now, and I thought personally they had a really good season last season, albeit bottling the playoffs a tad, but I didn't really expect them to do that. So in my opinion, they had a good season. So basing it off that, you'll see some of the ratings I've given. You might disagree with them, that's fine. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of these ratings. Also, let me know in the comment section below if you'd like me to do another team. I'm tempted to do a few more of these until FIFA 18 comes out to keep my YouTube channel slightly alive. But hopefully you guys can smash the like button. That'll be absolutely amazing. We're going to start things off with, I'm going to pick the 11 players first are going to be the ones I believe will be in the starting 11 potentially for Bolton, apart from one player, and I'll mention that while we get there. We're going to start things off with a new signing in the net, which is going to be Felix Wildveld, if I can say that right. That's probably absolutely terrible, but he's a new lead signing in goal, which I thought was kind of unneeded, if that's a word, because obviously Rob Green, even though he is getting old, he had a really good season for Leeds last season. I didn't think needed to replaced, but signing a new goalkeeper indicates that, you know, Green might be on his way out for whatever reason. But me personally, would have Rob Green in the net, but I know Leeds will go with this guy in goal, because why would you buy a new goalkeeper? And he's come from the Bundesliga, the top league in Germany. He's not going to want to sit on the bench. So I've given him a slight downgrade, but I don't really know what kind of season he had last season. A lot of people on Twitter, especially, were saying this guy is shocking in real life. But a lot of people said he actually had a really solid season. For him, it was Werder Bremen. You can see it on his left-hand side there. But I haven't really changed too much to the stats, just downgraded him in a few things. Because I think EA are the type of people who may even turn him into a silver. I'm basing it off that. So hopefully you guys agree with that. If not, let me know in the comment section below. The next player is Luke Ailing. Now, for me personally, was one of our better players last season. He was really, really solid at right back. Didn't really make too many mistakes. Chipped in at a couple of games at centre-back as well, and we had some problems there because we don't have many defensive options last season. We don't this season either. So this video is actually, I'm going to tell you this now, made on August 1st, because you might see this down the line and think, what the hell, they've got a new right-back or left-back, and he's guaranteed to play. Obviously, I didn't know that at this stage. It's the 1st of August, if you're watching this further down the line. But yeah, Ailing, I think, will get a nice upgrade to about 72. It was originally a 69. Lol. But yeah, I think he'll get a nice upgrade. His stats have gone up a little bit. He's a lot pacier than 75. I watched him live last season. I actually went to Ellen Road for the first time in my life last season. I'm a Leeds fan from Cornwall, so it's not easy for me to get there. But I'm going to go a lot more this year because I've massively fallen in love with watching the live football. So hopefully you guys, I hopefully see some of you there if you are a Leeds fan. But yeah, holy shit. 82 pace I've given him. There's Luke Ailing. What do you think of that one? I think he'll definitely get an upgrade, but am I being biased? Possibly. Let me know in the comment section below. The next player is Pontus Jansson. Now, he is a guy who won't be playing against Bolton on the first day. He has got a suspension overrunning from last season. He's got a couple, I think it was like, I can't remember exactly how many yellow cards, but a lot. And he's got like a 2-match ban. I think he comes back, or maybe a 3-match ban. I think he comes back on either the Preston game or the one after that. I'm not 100% sure. But I think he's in line for an upgrade. He got a Team of the Season card last season, which indicates, of course, EA are noticing that he had a good season. He was one of the ones which were most consistent but never in form, which he definitely was. So I think he'll get a nice little upgrade. He might turn into a shiny or a rare, or whatever you want to call them. 78 rated from a 76. You know, I think he will. Maybe you guys will disagree with that. I'm not 100% sure what kind of stats he'll get, because I feel personally he's quicker than 63, which was what he was last season. Maybe more towards a 70, something like that would benefit him a little bit more. Moving on to the next player is going to be Pennington, our new loan signing from Everton. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I saw this guy play against Liverpool when he scored that goal, but I wasn't really watching him, if that made sense. I wasn't looking at him thinking, oh yeah, he's going to play for Leeds next season or the season after. But from what I've heard, he's an upcoming talent, and Everton have actually signed him to a new deal, I believe. So they obviously see him as a potential one for the future. Benefit him going on loan to a championship club in Leeds and doing well. But I don't know what kind of rating his card would be. So I've just gone with what I think EA will do and slightly upgrade him to a non-rare silver from a bronze rare, as you can see on the left-hand side there with the Everton badge. I think he'll be something along those lines. I think he will start the majority of Leeds' game unless, big unless, They are interested in another centre-back. I don't know who it is yet, so I cannot tell you. But potentially he could jump in front of Pennington and then Pennington be more of a squad player. But I don't think he would go to Leeds. He had other options. I think Hull were one of them who wanted him. So I don't think he'll go to Leeds unless he's got some kind of reassurance and guarantee that he is probably going to start some, you know, at least half the games. Moving on to left back now, and this is a really strange one because I love Berardi. He is iconic. He's Leeds through and through, in my opinion. He's the type of player you want at your club. He's an absolute live wire. He's a lot of fun to watch. He wears his heart on his chest kind of thing, on his sleeve, whatever you want to call it. But he is phenomenal to watch. But I don't think Leeds will play him left back this year. He played left back a lot last year because obviously Charlie Taylor, the snake, was being a little bit of a bitch. And he's gone to Burnley for whatever reasons now. Fair play to him, whatever. But Berardi is a right back, as you can see on his left-hand side card there. I've put him to a left back because I do believe that's where, at this moment in time, like I said, we haven't finished our transfers. We are actively looking, as I'm told, or see on Twitter, for a left back. So as things stand, it'll be Berardi. But if we do sign a left back, it will more than likely be that guy in his place. Moving on to a centre midfielder, Ronaldo Vieira, I think, is going to have amazing season. Now, is this biased? I don't know. I rate this guy massively. He's got so much potential. His 63 rated card last season was a complete joke, and the fact he never got a higher rated card than that, didn't get an inform. You know, maybe he didn't deserve an inform. He didn't have many like exceptional standout games, scoring like 2 goals, etc., like some midfielders may have done throughout the year, but he was solid throughout. He's an absolute brilliant centre midfield player. He'll also probably have an English flag on him next year. I forgot to change that. I literally just remembered that. He played for the England under-20 B team or something like that. Lewis Cook, ex-Leeds, was in the under-20 or under-21, whatever it is, main team. But I do believe he'll get a very, very nice card. Let me know in the comment section below if you think that's a bit biased. I was going to go a lot higher than that. I was literally going to put him as a 74 rated silver with like immense stats, but I thought, nah. The EA won't do that. Even though they should, they won't. 72, massive upgrade. But will he get that? It's there to be seen. Moving on, and I do believe Eunan O'Kane will probably be the guy next to Ronaldo Vieira. Even though we have signed a centre midfielder for like over £1 million. I've been watching Leeds' pre-season quite thoroughly, a lot. And Eunan O'Kane has been one of our standout players so far. And I believe he will get a lot of game time this year. Didn't get a huge amount of game time under Monk last season. Got left out on numerous occasions to Brigcut and whatever. But I think Eunan O'Kane, bought him from Bournemouth last season, was it? And I think he'll play. I've not changed his card in the slightest because he didn't have a great season, so you can't really upgrade him. But I think this season he's got every chance of getting in the starting 11 for Bolton on Sunday, which is my birthday, by the way. Holy hell. Moving on to the next one, we're going to go with Kemar Roof. Now, I've given him a position change. He was originally a striker on FIFA 17, but if I'm led to believe, I don't know this for a fact yet, and when you see this video it might be confirmed or denied, but a lot of people saying that position change cards in FIFA 18 might potentially be able to change left wings to strikers or left forwards to strikers, etc. There's a lot of debate about Henry's rating and stuff like that, but we'll keep that for another day. This is about a Leeds prediction video. I think he'll change to a left winger. That's where he's been playing majority for Leeds, left and right. He's been switching left and right, but I think personally a right foot on the left-hand side is better because you can cut in. It might not benefit the striker a lot more, but it benefits him potentially cutting in on his stronger foot and, you know, delivering some shots and crosses, etc., etc. So I've given him a little bit of an upgrade in some of the stats just to benefit him as being a left winger rather than a striker. Maybe his shooting will go down a little bit. It's there to be seen, but I've remained him as a 70 rating. The next player, Samu Saiz. Bought him from that team you can see on your left there. I'm not exactly sure who they are. I think they're called Heku. I can't say their name. I don't want to butcher it. I apologise for that. But I don't see him getting any type of upgrade because he's kind of an unknown to me and to a lot of people at the moment in time. If you supported the club he played for, you know a lot more about him. He is a talent because Leeds have forked out in excess of like 3 million for him. They wouldn't do that if he didn't have some potential. Leeds are quite stingy sometimes with their money, which is fair enough. I respect that. You know, you don't want to be forking out 3 million for a pile of shit, do you? So hopefully he lives up to the hype. I've seen him a little bit in pre-season. He's one of the players who hasn't had as much game time as some of the others, but when he has come on, he's shown glimpses of like really good stuff, similar type of glimpses what Pablo Hernandez was kind of showing, but a lot younger and a lot more energetic. So I think he'll stay the same rating, exactly the same. I don't see him changing much, but the next guy I think is going to get a huge upgrade. It's Alowiski, whatever you want to call him. He's got a really weird first name. He's Macedonian, and we bought him from Lugano, I do believe. which he got himself a Team of the Season card last season for most consistent, and on head-to-head, I believe, he's a 71 potential rating right now. So EA obviously knew they got his rating wrong last season, but at the start of the season, you never know, that's what I'm saying. So I've given him a huge upgrade to a 70, could go higher, like I said, I think he's like a 71, 72 on head-to-head at this moment in time, which sometimes they base their stats off, but I see him as getting a lot more pace. He's absolutely rapid in real life, he could be 90 plus pace, but I'm not going to be biased again, and I'm going to hold back off the pace a little bit and give him an 87, which is still very, very quick. But I think he'll be a very, very good player for Leeds next season. He's already scored a goal in pre-season, which is nice, get off the mark. And I think he'll start against Bolton. If not, then he'll definitely get a cameo off the bench. The next player is Kristy Wood. 30 goals last season. Surely he's going to get himself a non-rest gold card. He's got to, hasn't he? Maybe not 77, maybe that's a tad high. Maybe like a 75, 76 rating. But, you know, he's not a pacey striker. You can't give him pace. But he's not slow as hell. He's not 65. I gave him a little bit more at 68. Could be pushing 70. His shot I have upped massively to 81 because I've based this card similar to like Negredo's card at Middlesbrough last year on the shot kind of basis. And I think he will get a nice upgrade. It is there to be seen. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that one. We're moving on to some of the extra players now who haven't made the 11, in my opinion. And there's one in here which you're probably thinking, what the hell? But I'll mention it when I get there. Click. The one on the left-hand side there is a new signing, 1.5 million, I do believe, from FC Twente. I've not seen enough of him. He's been injured in pre-season. I don't think he'll start versus Bolton on Sunday. But he's definitely one in the minds of the manager paying out that much for him. Now, Stewart Dallas has caught the eye in pre-season. He has been scoring a lot of goals. I think he's got 3 or 4 in the how many games we played. He scored 2 in one of the games, and he also scored in the game against Oxford. A really nice goal, actually, a nice curler. And I think he's got a chance of getting involved this year. I don't think he'll start many games. He seems to be an impact kind of sub, potentially. And on that basis, I don't think this is exactly the same as his rating on FIFA 17, sorry. And so is his click. But Pablo Hernandez, I don't think he'll get a downgrade, but I think EA will do that. Every time someone gets to a certain amount of age, they get a downgrade to silver, and I think it will happen to Pablo Hernandez. Even though he had a really good season for Leeds, he went missing in a few games. He didn't seem to have the energy he had when he was at Swansea. He was a wide winger. He's more of a in-behind the striker kind of player now, which is cool. That's fine. He's not got the pace he used to have, and for that reason alone, I think EA, with their stupid little thing of when somebody gets old, they get downgraded, I think it could happen this year for Pablo Hernandez, but still be a very nice silver card if he gets that, so I wouldn't really mind that too much. Moving on to some of the other players now, we've got Brigcut, who I think will get a downgrade. I don't think he'll feature as much this year for Leeds. I honestly don't, unless he's given the captain's armband, which I've yet to be seen, and then he probably will, because that makes sense, but you don't know. And on the Anita one, this is a very strange one because I don't actually know what position Leeds see him as. Now, when he was at Newcastle, I think he started out as like a central defensive midfielder, centre midfielder, went to a right back, played really well, and then Leeds bought him on a free. And I don't know if they've bought him as a right back, a CDM, so I've put question marks on his position because I honestly yet to be seen exactly where Leeds see him playing. Now, Heidi Sacco has been bought on a permanent deal. We had him on loan last season. Very, very, very rapid player in real life, so he deserves the pace he gets. One thing he's not great at is squaring it. He can't cross to the ability that you want him to, and it is quite frustrating at times, but he has got raw pace. You can teach a player how to cross. You can't teach pace. So hopefully we can nurture him into an absolutely outstanding talent because he's got all the raw attributes of doing it, so we'll wait and see. Now, the final one is 4 extra players. There is a couple players missing here. We have got a guy called Ekuban or something. He's not on FIFA, and I have no idea what kind of card I think he's going to get because I have not seen much of him to base him on a card. Cooper, I've kept him the same. Dukara, in fact, all these are the same rating. Dukara, Phillips, apart from Green. No, that is the same rating for Green. I have left them all at the same rating. I'm not really sure what to do with Green. Like I said before, I personally want him to be Leeds' goalkeeper, but I don't see that being the case. And I've based this video on what I believe will happen rather than what I want to happen. So yeah, Green, I honestly don't know. Let me know in the comment section below if you're a Leeds fan. Do you agree or disagree with any of these suggestions? Let me know what you think. Is there anyone you would rate higher, lower? Is there any wild cards in the youth team you're kind of looking forward to potentially coming up, like Ronaldo Vieira did, of course, last year, Lewis Cook, etc. before? Is there any newbies you're looking into? Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be absolutely fantastic. Subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you next time, and bye-bye. Titty!